Well, guys, I am off to Kansas. I'm gonna be checking out some new Kubotas, maybe checking out some new DLC. We'll see how she goes. We're off. Let's go.
So this trip involved me leaving the Great White North from the city of Calgary, my home, jumping on a plane for roughly 2 hours all the way down to the mile-high city of Denver and meeting up with, well, Kermit from Giants. And from there, the trip really just begun because we still had about a 7-hour drive to get to the west side of Kansas, where we'd finally, well, not in the same day, have a chance to take a look at the brand new DLC, the Kubota DLC coming for Farming Simulator 22.
So Kermit from Giants is meeting here. We'll be able to grab him right away. I need to find him. Maybe find a coffee. I got my bag. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, and he just gave me a text. He is in the lot waiting for me. Let's go see if we can find him, guys. Let's go. Super bright out here. I'm waiting for my lift. Waiting for Kermit, and the sun is bright. It's warm here. It's warmer than in Calgary, that's for sure. It's nice. I've never been to Denver before. You can see the mountains from the distance. That's kind of cool. So I'm looking for a white Buick SUV. Keep your eyes peeled. Kermit, where are we going?
We're going to Kansas.
Look who I found. Look at that. He picked me up off the road, and now we're going to Kansas. Look at the skies out here. This feels like farming country. This should be good. All right. Well, that's the travel day. I know, probably not the most exciting of days. You know what? It was a busy day. I actually almost got taken care of at customs. My name is different. I have a shortened name as well on some of my documents. And they weren't really willing to let me pass for a while. Had to do some convincing. Do you know who I am? Seriously, do you know who I am? That's not, they didn't know who I was, guys. I tried to convince them. Anyways, I think the day one's done. So we are now in Kansas. And we've got a day of filming with Kubota tomorrow. I'm pretty excited, but I'm tired. It's 3:30 in the morning. We got to get up in the morning and get filming. So 6.5, 7 hours of driving to get here. I got to unpack some stuff still. And hopefully I can get some sleep, get some coffee in the morning, and get at her, pitter patter. Anyways, guys, I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. All right, I think I'm alive. Let's go find a coffee. I'm a bit of a coffee snob. I feel like this is gonna be, well, this should be interesting. Oh, please make decent coffee. Please make decent coffee. Oh, that's not a good sign. Oh, I gotta hold it. All right, let's try that. All right, yeah. It's coffee, kinda. Morning sunshine, you decent?
Yeah, I'm decent.
Look what I found.
Nice.
It tastes like brown sadness, though. I'm not gonna lie. For the coffee snob in you, you're not gonna like it. All right, just got some breakfast. Head back to the room. We're heading out today to, well, Peterson Brothers Farms today, and we're gonna be checking out some Kubota stuff, guys. I'm not sure exactly what the day's gonna bring yet. I got my brown sadness still, and we'll see where she goes. I mean, we got about a 25-minute drive to get out there.
So today was all about Farming Simulator 22, the new Kubota DLC, and letting the Peterson Farm Bros, Greg, Nathan, and Kendall get their mitts into it and test it all out. And of course, if you're not familiar with the Peterson Farm Bros, you can check them out on YouTube. I'll make sure there's a card up in the top, link down in the description as always as well. Now, of course, if you've watched any of their videos in the past, you know real life farming comes second nature to these 5th generation farmers. However, Farming Simulator itself, well, we needed to do some lessons, a little bit of teaching. I mean, yours truly got involved, and we helped point them in the right direction, get them out there to figure out exactly how things work, because it's not, well, it's never necessarily a straightforward shot, right? So we got them fired up, got them learn the ropes of how Farming Simulator works, how some of the equipment works, and off they went. We started off actually with the M7 itself, so we jumped into a Kubota M7 just like they have here on the farm. And from there, the guys looked around and they wanted to start messing around with the Kubota Sidekick, the XG850 Sidekick, the 2-passenger Sidekick that's coming with the Kubota DLC, of course. We started off by just messing around with that and just getting used to the controls of driving in Farming Simulator 22. You know what? The guys picked up pretty quickly. From there, of course, we had to move on to, well, all our tractors and take a look at everything that comes with this DLC from, well, our M5, our M6, the M7, of course, and all the way up to the M8. Now, the only one they've had access to on their farm is the M7. So getting to take a close up in-depth look to that was fantastic. And of course, sitting inside the cab in a virtual tractor versus real life. It's always fun to hear what people's perspectives are and hear their thoughts process on looking around the in-cab and like, wow, this looks identical to the real life thing. Now, once everyone got accustomed to the driving style and controls in Farming Simulator 22, decided to go to the test and start doing the easiest thing there is to do in Farming Simulator, and that is, well, of course, stack bales. No. Yep, that's right. Peterson Bros decided it was time to start stacking bales and moving bales around with the Kubota M7 along with our front loader options. So that turned out perfectly fine and worked out very well, to be perfectly honest. No, just kidding. It was actually fairly well done. The guys picked this up surprisingly quickly. But, you know, just moving some bales around is never going to keep everybody happy. So they decided that it was time to make their own as well. So we had to do a little bit of swathing. We had to do some more baling ourselves and test everything out to the limits and just see what it would feel like virtually to do this versus real life, which is something that they do on a day-to-day basis. In fact, guys, it's alfalfa season. So, yeah, spoiler alert, might be some baling coming soon. All right, guys, we're hanging out with the Peterson brothers right now, playing some Farming Simulator 22 with the new Kubota DLC. As you can see in the background, we've got a few new pieces of equipment back here to maybe try our real life skills out with. I think we're doing some stump grinding, to be honest with you right now. We'll see how it all works out in the long run. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think they have more fun with the real equipment, but I don't know. This is having a good time right now. And of course, I made the bright idea of trying to use the brand new Kubota front loader, the R640, to try to pick up these large trees. I mean, whatever, it didn't quite go as planned, but I wish I could show you guys that, maybe some other day. And so that was pretty much it. We tested all that equipment in the Kubota pack with the Peterson Bros. We had everyone test it all out and see where they landed. Of course, if you want your chance to mess with it, it'll be available, of course, on June 28th. Of course, so you can find a link down in the description. Use the code KLUTCHSIM at checkout, and that will go towards helping out the channel here. But go check that out because it's a fantastic DLC. I think it's going to be very well received. And the one thing we didn't talk about was, well, the fact that it's coming with the passenger script, so we'll all be able to ride together in those side-by-sides.
Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, yeah.
Now, the rest of our day, well, Kubota was taking advantage of doing some product shots of some of the other equipment that they have in their product lineup. Of course, they've got some smaller mowers and the like that unfortunately are not available with the DLC, but maybe someday we'll see these down the line. Would love to see some of this stuff. Giants, can we see some more small Kubota equipment? Love to see this.
Hey, Kermit, you know what you're doing up there?
I'm pretending to.
What does that one switch do? Just push it, it'll be fine.
No. I'm not you or DJ, and this isn't the game, so I don't want to break anything because we can't revert back here in this situation.
Just save game, you're good to go. Are you guys still working in here?
Yeah, we keep getting interrupted.
I don't know. I don't ever have to do this when I play Farm Sim. I don't know what's going on in here. This is kind of weird.
This what happens in between the... There's a bunch of little minions in the computer.
Oh, is this what it is? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
the secret's out. Peterson Farm Brothers are the minions that are buried in secrets magically.
well, I'm glad you guys have to deal with this and not me, because this looks like a lot of work. This is too much work for me.
We pay other minions.
Cheers,
This one's
guys.
simple enough for us to handle.
All right, guys, so that's going to be a wrap for filming for the first day. We got a chance to look at new Kubota DLC for Farm Sim 22, at least the preview of it, at least. We got to mess with, well, you guys can see it behind me. We've got Kubota M7 back there. We got a chance to mess with that. Kermit was up there. He's going to drive it, but I couldn't convince him to turn it on. I don't think he figured out which button was right. So I think we got a barbecue going on tonight. Gonna hang out a little bit more, see how that turns out. But I think that's the end of a real tough day of shooting today. Real tough day. I don't know if I can handle the work, Kermit. I don't know if I can handle it. Should be good. Tomorrow, I think we're coming back, right?
Yeah, we're coming back.
Okay, we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna get anything else tonight. Maybe we'll get something in the barbecue. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it turns out. There's Kerminator. He's in the shot. So we'll see how this all turns out, but stay tuned. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens.
So for the rest of the night, we enjoyed some amazing Kansas barbecue, authentic Kansas barbecue with a little bit of cornhole, some golf, and, you know, my share of brown waters. Onwards to tomorrow. Well, guys, we're on to day 2 out here in Kansas. And I think today we might actually have to do some real farming today. We'll see how it goes out. Maybe a little bit more chance to play with the new Kubota stuff. Fingers crossed. I think we're good to go with that. But I lost my voice a little bit. Got some,
We've got some broad sadness again for the road. Back at her once again today. Let's see if we can show you guys. I'm gonna go find out what Kerminator's up to. Let's rock and roll. Oh, we're back at it again. We've got the Kubotas moving around. Checking out the M7 today. I think Kermit's got a shoot going on in a sec here. And we're gonna get a chance maybe to mess around with some of this stuff. It's a nice day, a beauty day in Kansas.
What's up?
What are we doing today?
Good morning.
What are we doing today?
We're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna have the M7 and the Sidekick out, like actually doing some action, hopefully.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see if. Are you gonna drive something?
If they
let you? If they're brave enough?
I don't know if I'm covered for this kind of potential disaster. Maybe the Sidekick. I'm not so sure about the old M7 over there.
Okay.
We'll see, but yeah, we've got the Kubota Sidekick and the N7 out today. We're just gonna film some stuff for FarmCon, at least on my end, with the guys from Kubota, and talk a little bit about their products and how they're coming in Farming Simulator 22. Yeah.
So what are we talking about today? We're talking about the passenger script.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about that, coming to the Kubota pack, of course, and we've got the Sidekick out, which is gonna be one of the best things that you can drive together with your friends. I'm sure you and DJ are gonna break that thing at some point, somehow.
I think we might have to go for a spin in that thing later on, side by side, and see how it works. If it's similar to in-game or not, I don't know.
Definitely.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Oof, that's bright sun. So we're just getting ready to film some of the FarmCon videos for Kubota DLC. Kermit's doing his little spiel right now. And I think they're gonna do it before we get a chance to play with anything, because I think they're worried we're gonna break something, to be honest with you. It makes sense to me. All right, guys, we got Kermit out in the side by side. I'm a little jealous. You guys taking it for a rip, and I don't even get to go yet. Hopefully soon. Hopefully. Sorry, I can't see your leg from here. A little bit more, please. Oh, that's pasty. Oh, you need some sun, my boy. Hey guys.
Hey, what's up, Klutch?
I was kind of hoping to see Kermit drive, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad he's not.
No offense.
So showing us the ropes in the Kubota Sidekick is Jacob Mendoza, who's a senior product manager with Kubota.
All right, first time going for a rip. I like it. The technology's definitely come away quite a bit. How many horsepower are we talking about right now?
A little bit over 50.
A little over 50 horsepower. We can haul about 40 miles an hour.
A little bit over that.
Nice.
A little bit over that. And I'm not fully opened up on it either.
So I'm really kind of curious to see what guys use this for in Farming Simulator. There's a lot of options for these.
Well, it's one of the most versatile products we have. That's why I call it a universal tool.
Yep.
You know, you need to get a machine fix. You can use this to get the people out there, the tools out there. You need to get a fence fix. You can do the same thing. You want to go have fun, explore your land. You can use the Sidekick to do that. So that's one of the great benefits of the Sidekick. It's really the embodiment of a work hard, play hard machine. You can get your work done more quickly in the Sidekick, which frees you up to get the fun stuff done, spend more time doing that, and enjoy the experience too, because that's what it's really all about.
Well, especially in Farm Sim, I mean, having a little bit extra fun when you're messing around for sure. I'm game for that.
Just like we're doing today.
Yep.
Driving a Sidekick's fun by yourself, but it's more fun when you got somebody you're with.
Well, and I think that's the big push we're going to be talking about as well with this new DLC for us, is being able to have more people with you, just new experiences that haven't been available yet in games. So being able to do this live and then be able to do it in game now is going to be pretty awesome.
Well, when you think about any time you've done something with a group of people or even a few individuals, when you share stories about that experience, it's not what you did. You're talking about your buddy that did this, your friend that did that. That's really what it's all about. So to be able to do that virtually now too is a huge win, I think.
For sure. I mean, having the Kubota brand has been something for me at least sidekick and the passenger availability now in Farm Sim. I think it's a great variant of both features, and I can't wait to see what the fans' reaction to all of this being brought into the game. It's going to be cool. It's going to be very cool.
So now it was time for the rest of the shots with some of the smaller equipment back at the farm to take place, which we didn't really need to stick around for. So we wanted to see what the M7 was doing out in the field while it was out baling some alfalfa. Let's go take a look at the field.
Oh, look at this. Made it out and chance to take a look at some baling. It looks not bad. A little wet, but not bad. I wish the Kubota baler was coming into a farming sim. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to get some mods for that bad boy. Kermit, what are we gonna do with that baler? We need to get that in farm sim.
See what we can do.
All right, so we start into the windrow and we wanna weave on a round baler.
Yep.
So we can fill up both sides of the chamber.
Yep.
And you can watch that on the monitor here. It'll show us up here if we're making a bale that we don't want to make. So
okay.
I'm gonna weave back and forth. You see the driving arrows up here?
Yep.
And it's showing me that you're making a bale.
And this Kubota baler you said like brand new almost.
Yeah, this is a brand new baler from this year.
Yeah.
And so it's only got about 40 bales on it.
Perfect. And of course we got the M7, which is this kind of the bigger types of jobs the M7 is going to be kind of tasked with for most farms?
Yes, this is overall in the industry, this would be considered a mid-sized tractor. This one's 170 engine horsepower and about 140 PTO.
Yep.
And so you can see our bales growing right up here.
Okay, yeah. Up on that top
line.
thing up top, yeah. Monitor.
And so when it's going to beep at us here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then we'll kind of we'll drive through that, and then we'll eventually see a stop sign up here.
Oh, there she goes.
Yep. So we're going to get beeped at in just a second here.
Perfect.
All right, now I want to square off my bale because I'm about 90% the way there. I'm going to get the stop sign.
There we go.
And I'm going to stop, and it's going to start auto tying the mesh wrap.
Okay.
So we're going to see the mesh wrap count here. He's got 2.5 wraps of mesh wrap we're going to put on it.
And that does it automatically for us, and then ejects.
Now it tells us that we want to eject the bale.
Okay. And so you've got to eject it manually as well, okay.
Yep. And then I'm going to close her down, close the tailgate down, I'm going to charge the system, throw it on in the float.
And away we go again.
I'm ready to go bale again.
So very similar, actually, in some ways to Farming Simulator. We actually mimic this a little bit. We have the monitor that beeps at us when we get full. Same idea. Very cool.
Yep. And we start talking about the M7 tractor. So, I mean, obviously there's some, you're from up at Calgary, and you're going to see a lot of big four-wheel drive, 600 horsepower four-wheel drives up there. Yeah. And 380 horsepower row crop tillage tractors. But this tractor is really nice for livestock operations, mixed fleet, like these guys are. The Peterson brothers. And it's great for haying, and it's got the loader on the front of it, for feeding the cattle in the winter and moving bales. They're going to have to move these bales out here off here because the alfalfa's already growing up again. So they got to get this off, and then
so a lot of utility work.
All right, wrapping another one up.
Yep.
And it tells you how much it's wrapped as well. This is one thing that takes a little bit longer, is the wrapping part.
Yeah,
we don't deal with that in game as much. It's usually like it's done, we can open it up and kick that bale out. But
you have, in real life, you have to wrap it up. But mesh wrap is a lot faster than twine wrapping.
Is it?
Which this baler will do both. You could wrap twine with it as well.
Okay.
But most people today are mesh wrap. It's just so much faster than the twine wrapping.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't seem to take that much time at all either, right there.
No,
I mean, they're like literally 10 seconds and then
very quick.
kick it out.
Yeah.
Just coming to the end of the row. A little bit of rain coming down. Hopefully it doesn't get too much wetter than this, but we're doing all right. Awesome.
Perfect. Well, thanks for the lift, Bruce. Appreciate
Hey, it was great
the
having
info.
you in the tractor with me.
I appreciate all the news on the Kubota. This is great. This was a lot of fun.
Right.
Cheers.
Have a good day.
So we've been out hanging out in the field here, Kermater and myself, doing a little bit of baling with the new Kubota, the Kubota M7. We do have a Kubota baler hooked up to the back of that, which unfortunately won't be in game. You guys are well aware, like I said. But you know what? Like I said, there's always possibility we might see that at some point. Some mod, maybe. Fingers crossed for me. But you know what? It's good to see what it can actually do. Get a little bit of an explanation from Bruce, he's an employee with a sales manager with Kubota, and giving us the rundown on exactly everything that's going on there, because quite honestly, it's been a long time for me since I've been actually inside any kind of a tractor, let alone a Kubota for that matter. So that was a lot of fun to go out and cruise that through. Kerminator's actually out in the field way back there right now, cruising away and doing his thing. But yeah, for the rest of the day, guys, I think we're just hanging out here for a bit, get a little bit of footage, hang out on the farm, learn a little bit more about Kubota stuff. And then soon enough, I think it's time to head out, get back home. Man, it's been a whirlwind of a trip. I get lots of new footage. So of course, make sure you get subscribed. Of course, don't forget that. Hit the like up while you're down there. And we're gonna have some more footage, of course. Gamescom's coming up soon, or FarmCon, I should say. FarmCon's coming up. There's gonna be a bunch of footage from this trip that's being posted by, well, Giants themselves. So make sure you guys go click on that. Of course, Kubota's doing a whole shoot while we're here. If you go check out Kubota's website, you can check all that out. So they got lots of stuff from this little footage time that we've been together. There's been a lot of footage being posted. So make sure you guys go and check all that fun stuff out, because there's lots of cool stuff being posted from this single trip. Kermit, I think that's a wrap.
That's officially a wrap, I think. Not just on like the official stuff, but
On the bales too? Is that what you're saying? Was that like a bailing joke? Oh, drop my camera.
that's a twine, is what that was, not a wrap.
So guys, that brings us to the end of the Kansas Kubota trip with Klutch and Kermit. I know it's too many K's in that one, but we wrap things up. We're back home now. Things have finalized. Of course, we're gonna have lots of content coming out from Farming Simulator themselves. Of course, Kubota's making a bunch of content as well. FarmCon's just around the corner. The Kubota DLC is just around the corner. Down in the description below, you're gonna find links to go and purchase that. Of course, it's on sale right now at the time of recording as well. So go get that purchased right now. Use the code KLUTCHSIM, of course. Don't forget to do that as well. Other than that, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this behind the scenes of the making of some of this content. So hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one out there, folks, and thanks for watching. Cheers.